Well, good evening and welcome to the Jungle for high school basketball on a Wednesday night. Number 2 versus number 4 in the latest.
Create your own relaxing.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Just roll if you can hear me.
Welcome to the Jungle, everybody. Number 2, Dixie Flyers come in to take on the Snow Canyon Warriors. Number 4 in the latest RPI rankings. Officially want to welcome everybody in on the live stream on the fansportsnetwork.com. as well as right here on St. George News Radio, 93.1, 1450 AM. We're over here on St. George News Radio tonight because we've got another game coming up here in about an hour, a little over an hour. Utah Tech playing against Seattle University on the road. So Rod Zundel will have the call in that one on the radio side on the Fan Sports Network. So glad you're with us tonight. Devin Dixon, KC Winners, inside our Finley Subaru pregame show, and Casey Goodwin. Rematch of the state championship.
Man, this place is already packed. The Jungle is alive tonight. The energy here, look, we got a little senior night going on, but I mean, we're close to standing room only already here in the Jungle. I think the anticipation of this game has spread around town. I see multiple coaches from other teams, you know, even students from other schools that don't go to Snow Canyon or Dixie here to take this one in tonight.
Should be a lot of fun. You look at the records coming in. Everybody's got the bullseye on the Dixie Flyers. They are still undefeated in Region 10 play. They're 18-2 overall, and again 8-0 in Region play. Snow Canyon sits in second at 7-2 in the Region standings, 14-7 overall. And Snow Canyon and Dixie are both in line right now where the RPI sits at 2 for the Flyers, 4 for the Warriors to get a first-round bye in the upcoming 4A state tournament. We still got a lot of games to play, but this is a big one.
This is huge. I mean, if you look at the stretch coming up for Dixie, they played the majority of their games at home on the front half. They got to play here tonight, and then they've got to play at Crimson still. And so this is going to be a good test for the Flyers. You know, this is going to be a rowdy environment similar to what we'll see up in Logan at the state tournament. So I'm pretty sure they're looking forward to it. And then obviously for Snow Canyon, this is the revenge game, right? They played well. Owen Mackey had a fantastic game at Dixie. Jordan Roberts had a fantastic game for Dixie. So this is an opportunity for Snow Canyon to get one back and maybe climb up a spot or two in the RPI.
You go back to that regular season game a little over 3 weeks ago, and it was exciting. It was electric. It was one of those great high school rivalry environments, and it was 64-56. Dixie coming back, outscoring Snow Canyon 19-4 in the fourth quarter. Owen Mackey went off in the first half. Coach Roberts made some adjustments. Nets kind of got cold in that second half, especially that fourth quarter for the Snow Canyon Warriors. And even though Mackey had almost a perfect night, he had 31 points, it was not enough. He's been scoring 30 last couple games. Did it up in Cedar, did it last week here at home. He had 31 and 14. Like, he's been red hot really since that Dixie game. Well, really all season long. And we've got the matchup within the matchup, probably the two favorites to be the region MVP going head-to-head tonight, in Mackey and Lemke.
Yeah, and I expect Owen to come, like I said, he's coming off back-to-back 30-point games, played really well. And then you have Kyle Lemke, who had a solid game against Snow Canyon last time, but the star for Dixie that game really was Jordan Roberts. So I'm really interested to see what Coach Roberts does to take away Owen Mackey. And then what is Coach Meacham going to do to maybe limit Jordan Roberts? And obviously Kyle Lemke is always a threat. So it's going to be interesting to see the matchups and what Coach Meacham decides to do on Kyle in the post. Is he going to double? Is he going to let Bear Levitt just try to be on an island there and not give up shots to the shooters? So really interested to see how this one plays out tonight.
We want to pay some attention to all the cheerleaders, the senior cheerleaders, the drill team, and now the basketball seniors getting introduced here on senior night. There's Carter Murdoch, loves hunting, favorite movie Rocky, loves Sakura, wants to remember his time here for his work ethic. Here comes Bear Levitt getting introduced. Catch him playing some Madden and maybe chowing down at some rib and chop.
And I expect big things out of Bear tonight. I mean, he's won. You know, we talked a lot about Cy Meacham and Will Warner and Luke Hamlin. I think tonight Bear Levitt could be the difference maker for the Warriors.
Here comes more of the seniors. 6 seniors on this team. This is Robbie Christensen. Wants to remember his time here for his hustle, His hero is hhis dad. His most memorable basketball moment was dunking on Owen in a game.
It must have been dunk ball on like 6-foot hoops, maybe. I don't know.
Here comes Luke Hamlin. Luke, his parents, Aaron and Matt Hamlin. He says, "You'll find me off the court, probably in an ice bath."
Huh?
Remember those days, Coach?
Yes, very much.
Favorite movies are the Harry Potter series. I can dig those.
There for sure.
I got it. My kids like the Harry. And favorite restaurant for Hamlin, he likes that bread at Texas Roadhouse. Here comes Cy Meacham. He's been shooting so good all season long. I'll never forget last year he came out to our three-point shootout in our March Mayhem All-Star game, which is coming March 25th again, and he won the three-point shootout last year.
Yeah, Cy can shoot it. I mean, we saw it, especially when Owen was out in that Crimson game. He had a fantastic first half, and obviously he's someone that's going to have to knock down some shots tonight.
Cy Meacham, you'll catch in dubs on Fort. Favorite movie, Revenge of the Sith. He's a Star Wars guy.
Star Wars, okay.
And here comes, of course, Will Warner, just signed to play college football.
The Badgers, baby.
A week ago. And Interstellar, favorite movie for Will.
That's questionable.
He said, favorite pregame song, Forever Young by Alphaville. I don't know that song.
Yeah, I don't know if
I'm going to have to check it out, though. Those are your 6 Snow Canyon Warrior senior basketball players. Again, Carter Murdoch, you got Christensen, you got Hamlin, you got Meacham, you got Levitt, and then you've got Will Warner. So quite the group. And, maybe could have had 2 more, but you had 2 transfer. I know that storyline's kind of old, but 2 key members of last year's state championship team moved, one to California, one up north, and Lyman Simmons and Bowen Hammer. But this team is still on track to make a run and have a chance to repeat.
For sure, and I mean, I think it probably still crosses a lot of people's minds the what could have been type thing, But Coach Meacham's done a fantastic job. These Snow Canyon Warrior players have stepped up, obviously in the running, to compete for that state title. And maybe a little bit more difficult of a path this year, but still, you can't count them out, especially when you have someone like Owen Mackey on the court.
Again, the first meeting, Dixie wins it in come-from-behind fashion. Jordan Roberts had 29 points. Kind of a career night for J-Rob, but Mackey a game-high 31. Will we have fireworks again tonight? I'm guessing so. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more of the Findlay Subaru pregame show. Coach and I will start breaking this one down, get you some keys to the game, get you closer to the tip-off. We're less than 10 minutes away. Senior night festivities are in the books. Both teams getting back to warm-ups. It's the Warriors hosting the Flyers on the Fan Sports Network and on the fansportsnetwork.com. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
It's getting cold outside. Heating systems can struggle to heat all areas of your house, like your bonus rooms, garage, enclosed patios, master bedrooms, casitas, and more. Air Care professionals can help those troubled areas with their Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating ductless systems.
Tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see adamswealthadvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Jessica Solterra found this true when a chemical fire threatened her community.
This experience taught me being prepared to leave for an emergency is within our control.
For more information on what you need in your go bag, visit ready.gov or search go bags on jw.org.
Welcome back to Snow Canyon High School here on the Fan Sports Network and St. George News Radio. Devin Dixon, the coach Casey Winters with you here for a good one, we think. And based on the first matchup of the season, based on these two teams played for the state championship last year, I think this one could come down to who has the last shot of the game potentially. Now, I always say expect the unexpected. Both these teams have blowout potential, but that's not what we saw in the state tournament. That's not what we saw in the first meeting of the regular season.
Yeah, and I think we're to the point the last few weeks of this season where everyone's goal is to play their best basketball of the season. If I'm both of these coaches, we're definitely talking about this is a contender. This is probably as good a team as we're going to play between now and the tournament. So let's go out there and see where we're at, right? And see what adjustments need to be made. So this is a really big test for both teams. And obviously whoever wins is going to have some huge momentum to finish up the regular season and head into the state tournament.
One thing that'll be interesting and could be kind of our House to Jump, our Finley Subaru, one of the keys. There's multiple keys tonight. How about free throw shooting? In the regular season meeting back in January, Flyers go 15 of 21. Snow Canyon 5 of 9. So got there less and just shot a little bit over 50%. So now the shot clocks are not working tonight, Coach, because they're still missing that part at a couple gyms, including here at Snow Canyon High School. So neither team will have to worry about that much.
Yeah, Coach Meacham, I talked to him this morning, but he didn't take me up on that.
That would have been fun. I don't know if we have room for this amount of fans here.
This is a fantastic turnout. And you mentioned free throws. I'm looking at both these student sections, and there is no way I want to shoot free throws against the opposing student section. They're going to be rowdy tonight.
It's a wide out for the Snow Canyon fans. That was throwing down. I even saw J-Rob, Flyers' sensational junior point guard, throw a lob and throw down. I didn't know he was that springy.
Okay.
But if they missed a dunk, the student section was letting them have it. So already, and it looks like kind of a need for the student body section for Dixie High School. All right, let's dive more into the keys to the game. Turn to the coach, Casey Winters, brought to you by Finley Subaru. Give me 3 big things for the Dixie Flyers tonight.
I think establish that inside presence. And that's going to open it up for Brecken Robinson, Grant Carter. I also think Dixie is best when they're running. It seems like their transition game has maybe slowed down a little bit. Then, if you talk to Coach Roberts, he's always going to preach defense. What are we going to do with Owen Mackey? Let's make somebody else beat us. Right? We're not going to let Owen go off for 30. We're going to make
an excellent three-point shooter. How important is defense when we look at the keys to the game?
And in rhythm, they're tough to stop, especially with the problem that Kyle Lemke presents. Last game, we saw Grant Carter have some huge points against Desert Hills. John Southwick's capable of putting up some numbers. So definitely defensively, they have to be great for the Snow. And then who else is going to step up? Who's going to provide that second, third, fourth spark?
It's going to be a lot of fun as we're closing in on tip-off and our House of Jump starting lineups here just moments away. You look at 2 versus 4 in the RPI. How much, Coach, are coaches thinking about that before a game like this tonight where you're
doing film, for who we might face in the first round? There's still going to be some jockeying there where you're starting to look at it just about for sure every Thursday and Saturday, after the games are played. But there's been a lot of movement, especially in that middle half. Sky, keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, coming into tonight, here's the RPI. Skyview is 1, Dixie is 2, Ridgeline sits 3, Snow Canyon is 4, Desert Hills now at 5, Crimson slips to 6, Layton Christian is at 7.
Of course, that's that sleeper, right? That you don't always see their scores when you're scrolling through on a Wednesday night or a Friday night. So, yeah, they're definitely in the mix as well there, too.
And they're playing some big 4, 5, and 6A schools. They do play a really tough schedule. They did play Dixie and Snow Canyon. Layton Christian did beat Snow Canyon, but lost by a couple to Dixie. So they've split with these 2 teams here tonight.
And I think maybe the one advantage that our Region 10 and even the schools up in Cache Valley have is they're in the grind every Wednesday, Friday.
Well, they're Tuesdays, Thursdays this year, aren't
yeah,
they?
up in Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're playing twice a week against really good teams for the most part. Layton Christian, I haven't checked their schedule lately, but are they on the road in an environment like this? I doubt it, right? It's not a big rivalry game. It's not a crosstown game. So this proves beneficial, just the environment, the intensity, the pressure of this game serves both teams well as we move towards the state tournament.
All right, tonight's game brought to you by the Boulevard. Boulevard, making your house a home for over 48 years. Kind of getting closer to our starting lineup. This has been the Findlay Subaru pregame show. Go check out and see the award-winning Findlay Subaru All-Star lineup on the savings side of the freeway. We've got breaking news with the Utah Jazz making a trade. It's a three-way trade tonight. I don't love it instantaneously. We'll talk about that throughout the broadcast too, but Conley is going to Minnesota. Beasley and Vanderbilt are going to the Lakers. Westbrook, a couple bums.
Let's go,
and
Russ.
A future first-round pick. They're expected maybe to buy out Russell Westbrook. We'll also keep tabs on the other games tonight, but we got to take a break for our national anthem. Tip-off and starting lines when we come back.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Inside Out Hyperbarics. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and what better gift to give your loved one than the gift of better health? For $129, you get 2 hyperbaric sessions, 2 in-body scans, 1 combined full-spectrum infrared sauna session, and a box of gourmet chocolates. Bring your special someone in to experience the regenerating healing powers of hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Limited spots are available. Don't wait, act now. Find us on the web at InsideOutHyperbarics.com.
Hey, welcome back to the jungle, baby. About to hear some Guns N' Roses for the home team Snow Canyon Warriors introductions. Flyers ready to go. And House of Jump brings you our starting lineup. Jump, dunk, dodge. They got a lot of fun. Dodgeball, dunking off trampolines. I encourage you to bounce off the walls at House of Jump. Perfect place for one of your kids' upcoming birthday parties. Check them out, 415 South Dixie Drive. Voted Best of Southern Utah for family entertainment last year. We've got, of course, Flyers wearing the road blues tonight. Starting lineup will be starting point guard Jordan Roberts, Grant Carter, John Southwick, Brecken Robinson, and then the big guy Kyle Lemke. You look at the Flyers statistically, and everybody kind of has a role, Coach. I mean, Roberts 11.6 points, but 9.7 points. Robinson is the sharpshooter, averaging 13.5, and he is deadly from downtown, but he distributes it almost 4 assists per game. Southwick averages 9.2, but he kind of fills up the box score in a lot of statistical categories and has a lockdown defender role. You've got actually a different starter. No, it's not.
That's Grant.
It's Grant Carter. Thought maybe they were going to go with the senior. They might do another different senior. They might do that at home later in the season. And there's Kyle Lemke. Lemke second behind Mackey in scoring and for a 20.4 points a game, 9.1 rebounds. And you love his footwork. Offered recently by John Judkins and the Utah Tech Trailblazers, and I'm sure he'll get some more offers by the time his career is over.
Yeah, I think so. And I think tonight's, a great environment and opportunity for him to put a stamp on. You mentioned the MVP race earlier. This could be the game that possibly decides it. We got Owen, who's a front runner. We got Kyle, who's a front runner, both going head to head. It'll be interesting to see who kind of takes the lead in that race tonight.
Yeah, they're cranking it up a little. Guns N' Roses. And here come the starters for Coach Doug Meacham, the defending state champ Snow Canyon Warriors. And first guy to get introduced, Luke Hamlin on senior night. His sister dropped 26 last night. It's interesting, Dixie boys are undefeated. After last night, Snow Canyon's girls beat Dixie. The girls are still undefeated of Snow Canyon, so roles are flipped tonight.
Yeah, they can hoop. They can hoop, and they're going to be in contention with a couple Cache Valley schools on the girls' side for that state title as well. But yeah, and a lot of them are young girls. I mean, they got a couple seniors, but a lot of the sophomores, juniors are doing the work for the Warriors on the women's side.
Cy Meacham and Bear Levitt introduced. Here comes Will Warner. Will plays 25 minutes a game, 10.8 points a game, and you hear the cheers for OMAC. They love him here at SC High.
Yeah, he's taken this area by storm, and he's such a great kid. I mean, we talk about, along with a lot of these kids, but Owen especially, he does a great job, you know, high fives, taking pictures, awesome player, amazing player, but outstanding young man as well.
Final thoughts before we tip it off?
Oh, it's going to be a track meet to start, I believe, and so it's going to be interesting to see who can limit those runs, who can extend leads, and then obviously who's going to slow down Kyle, who's going to slow down Owen. Let's see how it goes. Double D.
All right, there's your House of Jump starting lineup. Jump ball tonight brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Bear Levitt versus Kyle Lemke. Warriors wearing the white gold trim, and it's won by the Flyers. Let's put 8 minutes on the first quarter clock. We are underway as the Flyers have the opening possession. Student section's already engaged in this game. Carter on the wing, over to Lemke. Again, no shot clock tonight. We'll see what the pace ends up being. Roberts throws it off a Warrior, and then it hit Roberts standing out of bounds. Turnover by the Flyers. Now the official asking the cheerleaders to back up. They don't have much room to back up.
Yeah, and there's about 40 of them down there, so there's not a lot of room down there on the baseline.
State championship a couple weeks ago for Snow Canyon cheer.
Congrats to them.
Mackey, mid-range baseline J, got the friendly bounce.
Yeah, and if I'm Dixie, that's a tough shot. Johnny Southwick was playing good defense there, got a hand up. You just got to make sure for Owen, those are tough looks, right? They can't leave them wide open for uncontested looks.
Levitt defending on Lemke, missed it. Meacham grabs the rebound. Good defense there. Although maybe a shot Lemke normally would make. Levitt thought about the three, trailing the play, gets it to Warner. Will skip it over to Hamlin out of the corner to Meacham. Always shot ready, but they circle back up to Levitt. Hey, Dixie students bringing the noise tonight.
Yeah, it's going to get loud in here as this game goes on. I mean, the students came out tonight. I love to see it.
Mackey over to Hamlin. He'll trigger up a three off the mark and tipped up and in by Bear Levitt. I think he was just trying to keep the rebound alive, and it goes in.
Yeah, that was off his forehead, I believe.
That's a 4-0 lead now up there on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Light it up, Region 10. Wilkinson's a fan of all of our local teams. Lighting, home decor, and so much more. Wilkinson's inside to Lemke. A little bit too strong off the window on a tough angle. And here come the Warriors. Meacham in the corner will pass on a three, get right to the middle of the key, and then circle back out.
Yeah, on that one, Kyle just got a little too deep under the basket. He's usually really good at catching and scoring. I think he just got to take a second to gather and realize where he's at and go strong to finish the bucket.
Already 4-0. Warriors want a little bit more patient possession here, working on the perimeter. Now Warner's going to take a triple, left it short, rebound. Almost tracked down by Warner. Roberts trying to save it to a teammate. Carter comes and gets it. Now Carter has it tipped, but it's a foul on Luke Hamlin.
Great hustle by both teams. We already got guys on the floor chasing after loose balls. And I'm sure both coaches talked about those 50-50 balls, right? Who's going to get on the floor? Who's going to get us an extra possession?
Dixie students are little "you can't do that" cheered. Jordy Roberts set to trigger it in.
So we got a couple refs down in the Snow Canyon student section with some sunglasses on and causing some havoc down there already.
Into Lemke, back to Jordy. Jordy through the legs, crosses over, flips it to Robinson. Now back to Carter and over to Southwick. Southwick's got a little strength tape on the left knee tonight. Probably late season bumps and bruises, nearly a turnover, but they say Snow Canyon knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flyers.
Yeah, and I mean, Snow Canyon's flying around. They got that backside help coming really hard on Kyle. That one, he probably should have just caught it and scored without the dribble.
And now a steal by Lemke. With one hand, he lobs it high to Hamlin, but it was too high as Luke couldn't climb the ladder quick enough. Mackey wanted a foul called on him as he broke free, and he might have had a compelling case.
Yeah, I think he may have got fouled, and I mean, Kyle Lemke said the same thing. I like that the refs are going to let these guys play and settle in for a minute before we start calling too many fouls.
Bucket by Mackey and a tip in by Levitt. It's 4-0 Warriors right now. Dixie almost 3 minutes approaching without a score, and now it's steal by Mackey, ahead to Hamlin, left hand shot from the left side, actually shot it with the right hand from the left side, and Luke Hamlin knocks it down.
And it's all started by the defense. Snow Canyon's really locked in on the defensive end right now. Lots of tips, lots of steals that are leading to easy buckets on the other end.
What a start by the home team. Snow Canyon, 6-0 lead. Carter at the free throw line, lost the dribble. Over to Robinson, he'll drive hard to the baseline. Wraparound kick to the corner, goes out of bounds. Nobody touched it. And it's another turn. That's 3, or is that 4 Dixie turnovers?
Yeah, that's at least 3. And they're trying to make the right plays, but you can tell this Warrior defense is really, really fierce tonight. They're flying around, they're getting to closeouts, they're getting tips. So Dixie will adjust.
Here come the Warriors. Coach Meacham loving the start for his team, feeding off the crowd energy. Looking for Mackey inside. They'll swing it around the horn all the way to Hamlin in the corner. He'll put it on a bounce right to the middle. Kick out to Mackey. Over to Will. Will, nice jump stop and missed the mid-range J. Levitt fighting for the rebound, and I'm going to jump ball. We're going to call it Luke Udy at American Family Insurance jump ball there. Bear Levitt hustling. Was he over the back, though, Coach? Officials didn't think so.
But that's where we mentioned Bear Levitt. That's where he can contribute, right? Give us another possession on the offensive glass. Put yourself in a position where the ball can bounce off you and go in. So a couple big plays by Bear Levitt to start this game.
Warner pump fake. Over to Cy. Now to Hamlin. Mackey so far, just the one shot, and he made it. See if they look to set him up with a shot here. Warriors up 6-0 halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and Coach Meacham must have heard me predict a shootout to begin with. They're taking their time on the offensive end.
That ball spun out on Meacham from the corner pocket 3. Here come the Flyers. Carter whips it over. Wilden 3, that won't go, but a whistle and a foul down low. And it's on Bear Levitt on a box out, trying to keep Lemke off the glass.
Yeah, and I actually think it was Jordan Roberts. Jordan Roberts was crashing the glass from the guard spot, and he got inside Bear and kind of gave him a little push.
Maybe it was Roberts. Flyers to trigger it in under their own basket. 4:25, a scoreless basketball for Dixie. And then a mid-range jumper right in the middle of the key won't fall, so Dixie's still scoreless now.
Yeah, we've seen spurts like this from the Flyers this season where they've had a tough time scoring the ball. Luckily, it's only a 6-point lead, and we're under 4 minutes in the first quarter.
Snow Canyon now going back to work. Warner straight away on a dribble drive to the lane. They double him. Lemke then retreats. Now Mackey slicing through, has it poked out of his hand. Turnover, Snow Canyon. I think that's their first of the night.
Now, I thought we were maybe going to see a hammer attempt right there by Owen if he could have kept possession of that one.
Lob it high. Mackey tries to deflect it. Lemke missed it, but got the putback and off the window and down. There's the first bucket of the night by the big guy, Kyle Lemke.
Yeah, and Dixie's just got to stick with it. That help side defense is going to loosen up a little bit. But then Kyle's a pretty good passer, too, so working through him, I think, is the right strategy for Coach Roberts.
Laker Wilden goes through a screen, and he's going to be called for a foul here. You know, are you surprised it took the Flyers so long to score, though? It's a little bit of a surprise. It was just under the 3-minute mark where Lemke got that putback.
Yeah, and I think you alluded to it earlier, the turnovers, right? Kyle missed a couple easy ones early. Lake and Wilden missed a couple jumpers, but other than that, they've had quite a few empty possessions.
Mackey and the Warriors up 6-2. Carter Murdoch catch and shoot 3, splash!
And he's good for 1 or 2 of those a game where You know, you don't really think of him as a shooter, but he's proven throughout the season that you've got to get out and get a hand up on him.
Mr. Murdoch with a U First Credit Union triple, nothing but net. Robinson will drive the baseline, ran out of real estate, goes to Myers in the corner. Damon Myers is checked in for Coach Tyler Roberts and the Flyers. Now J-Rob right in the middle, blocked away by Murdoch. Lemke gets it, baby sky hook, and that goes down.
Yeah, and that's where you keep thinking, what would the shot clock have been at if they had one? Because the Warriors played pretty good defense right there, but there's no shot clock in effect tonight for us to know where we're at possession-wise.
SC back to work. Mackey has the dribble, triple threat. Gonna take one hard dribble and then knock down an 18-foot jumper in the eye of the defender.
And that's where he is so good. He's so good at that mid-range pull-up because he elevates so high, it's almost impossible to block.
Roberts, tricky shot, fading off the baseline. Soft kiss off the window, Coach.
Yeah, and we see that we're kind of getting out, running a little bit more. Possessions are a little bit shorter. So this is what I expected the majority of this game to be like.
Roberts' first bucket of the night. It's 11-6. Snow Canyon leading on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. And a trip foul going to be called on the screen, or is it going to be on the defender? It's on Myers, the defender. He thought he was bumped going through the screen.
Yeah, I think he thought it was a moving screen, and you know, obviously they want to fight over the screens, not to give up any three-point shots. That's a tough call right there.
Warner, Mackey, Murdoch, Meacham, and Christensen into the game. So 2 reserves and 3 starters for Coach Meacham. Mackey triple short. Wilden, Roberts, Carter with it, Lemke, and Robinson on the court. So just one bench player right now as Myers had checked back out. Robinson catch and shoot 3 off the back iron. Rebound, Will Warner. Quick outlet to Cy. Here comes SC, leading by 5. Cy ran out of real estate, terminates, and they'll set it back up with Warner, who's wide open, so he'll cast and hit the triple. Nothing but the bottom, Will Warner.
Great ball movement in transition right there. A couple passes, one hard drive, and a couple passes found Will Warner wide open for the 3.
All of a sudden, it's the largest lead of the night, 8-point advantage, and we got 15 seconds left here in the first quarter in our Boulevard home game of the week. Rematch of the state championship. Carter with 6, spin move, lob it high to Lemke, catches it with 3, 2-hand dunk. There's a house of jump dunk. Into the quarter, 14-8 now. Snow Canyon leads by 6. This is gonna be fun. 3 more quarters to play. Plus, maybe we got some bonus basketball tonight. You never know. We'll take a full timeout. Be right back after this on the Fan Sports Network.
Stephen Wade Auto Center is committed to supporting our community. We are here to assist you and your family through every step of your life. This dedication to Southern Utah is born from the core values of the Wade family to support education, healthcare, homelessness, patriotism, heritage, and recreation that all add to our quality of life. At Stephen Wade Auto Center, we're working with you to ensure we've got it made here in Southern Utah and that you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now U First Credit Union.
2257 or visit advancedairutah.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're in the jungle tonight. We've got the Warriors leading by 6, starting the second quarter. Flyer basketball, Devin Dixon, Casey Winters. Privileged to bring you the game tonight as Brecken Robinson will miss a 3, but offensive rebound for the Flyers. Roberts on a drive to the middle. No look pass goes through Lemke's hands. Robinson chases it down, though.
Great hustle by Brecken right there to keep the possession alive for the Flyers.
Carter's getting in the middle of the floor, but not looking to score. Finally kicks it back out. And now the Flyers work a little clock. Roberts open, straight away 3 in the air. Nothing but the bottom, J-Rob. Woo, that was pretty.
Great shot. And if I'm Coach Roberts, I thought the Flyers passed up on a couple open looks. and settled for drives. I guarantee he's telling them to shoot the ball. If you're open, shoot the ball.
Mackey will do the same at the other end, but he left it short. And offensive rebound. Hamlin will catch his shoot triple. That won't go. Finally cleared by Roberts. Roberts wants to run. 14-11. Snow Canyon's lead is 3. Robinson pull up mid-range baseline. Jay, no. And rebound cleared by Hamlin. Luke across half court.
Man, I'd love to see Brecken Robinson get going. He scored it so well at the beginning of the year. Seems like right now he's kind of struggling to find the stroke, but he's definitely a piece that the Flyers need, not only to win this game, but to make a run.
No question about it. There's a 3 from outside. That won't go for SC, out of the hand of Will Warner. And here comes Dixie now as they clear the defensive rebound. Again, 14-11. Snow Canyon leads. Not quite 2 minutes into this second quarter here from Snow Canyon High School. Carter breaking down the D. Flips to the corner. Whip pass to Robinson. Unselfish extra pass to Southwick, who buries the triple.
Great ball moving by the Flyers. That's a prototypical Dixie Flyer possession right there. They get a drive, they get a couple whip passes, and they find someone wide open for a three-pointer.
It is an 8-0 run, and we are tied up. Dixie on an 8-0 run.
Just like that in 2 minutes.
Yep. Warner off a curl. Over to Murdoch, to the corner to Hamlin. Kind of feel like Warriors need a bucket here. They go to Mackey now. Wants a ball screen. Here comes Bear Levitt. Bear Levitt gets pushed, and it's going to be a foul on Southwick, as he just wanted to go right through the Levitt screen.
Yeah, and obviously that's 2 of those in a couple possessions, so Flyers got to figure out something on their ball screen defense so they're not just blowing them up and running right through them.
Nets on Fire Region 10 update. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Crimson leading Hurricane only 13-6. Really low-scoring game over there. That one pacing right along with our game here. And it's 14-14 here, but turnover Warriors. That is turnover number 2.
Yeah, and I think that could, I mean, at least right now, that's the storyline of the game is possession of the ball, right? Both teams are very capable when they have possession of the ball, but who's going to limit the turnovers?
Yep, value that basketball. Extra possessions off the turnovers. Points off turnovers could be a very telling stat. Early Dixie had their struggles. Now Snow Canyon's had some struggles, and now a turnover the other way.
Yeah, there's another one.
It's funny how turnovers breed turnovers sometimes.
It's crazy, and both coaches are like, I'll take a shot rather than a turnover. But for the most part, the turnovers have been trying to make the right play, so you can live a little bit more with those versus, your travels and your double dribbles and your 3 seconds. But definitely need to clean it up on both sides.
They were trying to lob it high into Lemke. They go to the corner pocket, Meacham in and out, no good. That shot, so close to going down, but pops back out. Roberts quickly ahead. Behind the back pass, and Lemke lays it in. What a dime by J-Rob.
Steve Nash-esque right there. That was a fantastic pass by Jordan Roberts, probably leader for player of the game, or play of the game right now.
Yep, mark that one down as an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game nominee. Here with a little over 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Meacham and the Warriors trailing for the first time in this game. They are down 16-14. Fancy dribbling, nothing there for Mackey. Goes to Will, back to Mackey. He'll shoot the triple, miss the triple, rebound by Robinson. Dixie has it. And the Flyers will slow it down. You love Mackey with open looks, but that one, you could tell it was off the mark, out of his hand, never got on line.
Yeah, this is kind of a 180 from what we saw from him in the first game, where he had, 5 or 6 threes, I believe, in the first half at the hangar.
Yep. Southwick will take a 3. That rims out, no good. Rebound Levitt, falling down, he dishes it off to Hamlin. Warriors with the possession, down by 2. And change the pivot foot there out top.
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Another turnover by the Warriors.
And a lot of credit to John Southwick so far, who's coming out of the game. He's done a fantastic job on Owen Mackey to start this game, making him work very, very hard for the shots he does get up.
So 2-point lead here, 16-14. Warriors dig in defensively. And for the first time in this game, the big man checking in, Campbell, just a junior. He does have good size, about 6'6".
Yeah, he does have good length. As we see, you called it right there, block shot on cue.
Campbell with the SWAT show. Played a lot in the JV game, getting his first varsity minutes and an impact right off the gate on defense. Ooh, nice pass to Campbell. Campbell kick out to Mackey. He'll go the other way from a screen and lay it up, but won't score. It looked like he wanted to dunk and then changed his mind, went to the lay-in, and he is fouled.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd see a little reverse dunk right there, but obviously dunking over Kyle Lemke is a tall task.
If he would have reversed that, that would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, he's had some pretty spectacular ones this year. It seems like every game night we're seeing a highlight video of some dunks.
The three leading dunkers in the region, Coach, see if you agree with me, Mackey, Lemke, and probably Phoenix McWillis. Those are the three that probably had the most dunks and the most consistent dunkers in the region. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I know you got Owen Aloha down in Hurricane who, I mean, he tries to rip off the rim every time he dunks it, but those three that you mentioned probably have the most.
Other guys can, but those are the guys that every time I show up, I feel like they got a dunk or two in a given game.
Yeah, House of Jump's probably not huge fans of those guys.
They want to give away the jump time, and if we get the dunk of the game, we already have one nominee. We'll let you know how you can get a free hour at House of Jump. Carter, shake and bake to the middle, distributes, baseline, double team, nothing there, kick out. Now Carter puts it on drive, down the middle, and an offensive foul on Carter. They say extended the arm.
Yeah, and I almost wonder, I know we've mentioned it, but these players get used to playing with the shot clock, and so you wonder if in their minds they're used to that counting down, because that was a little forced there by Grant Carter.
Good observation, could be. He has gotten to the middle at will, but he could probably take that pull-up mid-range J if he wanted it.
Yeah, a little floater.
Maybe playing too unselfish, my point.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, we've seen him score some big buckets, especially going to his left hand.
15-16, 1 point game. Flyers lead it. Meacham inside, got it. Nice shot by the little guy, Cy Meacham.
Crafty little moves, some fancy footwork there by Cy.
17-16, Warriors back up by 1. Under 2 minutes left here in the opening half. Inside Lemke, too easy there.
I think you got to go there. I mean, Campbell's got some size, and he's got some length, but he's going to be asked to do a lot to stop Kyle Lemke. Kyle's just got to post hard and go right at him.
Looking for our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. If we get either team that goes over 55, you can all head to Yogurtland for 5 ounces free yogurt after the game tonight. Lob reverse, are you kidding me? You couldn't even see it coming, and there was a streaking Mackey who flushed it.
And that was a great, we'll have to get a replay on that. I think it was Cy Meacham who set a great back pick on that. Will through the lob. That's definitely one they've practiced here in the jungle.
I mean, the pass was perfect, and he just hovering up at the rim, reverses
It's too easy, Dev. It's too easy.
Cleanest dunk on a reverse on a lob I've seen in a long time at this level of play.
That'll be making the rounds on social media tonight.
Will Warner triple? You First Credit Union says thank you very much. Wow.
And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point lead back to the Warriors. They've had a great last minute and a half of this second quarter.
22-18, down to 37 seconds in the first half. This game is going by quickly tonight. Rapid pace, driving, hanging, can't hit it. Brecken Robinson was fouled, though.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Deb. Not a lot of free throws, no timeouts. Right, this second quarter has flown by.
Mackey had 2 free throws, that's it. He split them. Only free throws of the night. 5 fouls for the Flyers, 3 fouls for the Warriors. Uh-oh, but a turnover. Roberts threw it in. It goes past everybody into the front row. And Snow Canyon can now, with 31 seconds, hold for the last shot with a 4-point lead if they so choose. Would you, Coach, take the last shot of the half up 4?
No, I mean, run a set, right? Let's go get another lob. Let's go get another layup. If you don't have something off the initial action, then maybe we back it out and we spread it out. But I'm calling out one of my best plays right here. Let's try to keep the momentum going.
Crowd is definitely back into this game after the Flyers briefly took the lead. Warriors have led by as many as 8. Right now it's back up to a 4-point lead for the home team. Snow Canyon coming in number 4 in the RPI. Flyers number 2. 7-2 in region for the Warriors. 8-0 in region play for the Flyers. And a steal. Takeaway, tipped. Here comes Carter. Good if it goes, and it won't go at the horn. and an entertaining first half, 22-18. Snow Canyon leads. Casey, your thoughts?
Well, a little different than we thought. You know, sloppy, a lot of turnovers, but we can see things building, right? We can see the high energy plays. We can see Dixie still trying to get it in through Kyle Lemke. Snow Canyon's working it through Owen Mackey. Definitely a game of runs, right? It's going to be who can extend a run the longest and then who can limit the runs. 4-point game is not enough in this game to feel comfortable heading into the locker room at halftime.
All right, coming up, Rally Stop halftime show. 10 points for Kyle Lemke in the first half to pace the Flyers. 7 first-half points for Owen Mackey to pace the Warriors. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll bring you the Rally Stop halftime show when we come back with the Warriors over the Flyers by 4 on the Wilkinson scoreboard, 22-18.
I created this firm with the goal of making sure we always put the clients very first. Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to be able to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
When a client walks in the office, I want them to feel welcome. They're not just our clients, they're our friends.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your...
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Guest Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Or visit summitfootankle.com.
Hey, we're back, everybody, here at the Jungle. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Rally Stop halftime show before or after your favorite team plays. Fuel up, grab your snacks and drinks at a local Southern Utah Rally Stop. Little halftime performance going on, and man, I feel like that first half just flew by, Coach. Alluded to that during the first half. You look up and the half was over. I mean, we're not even 34 minutes it took to play 16 actual game minutes. That's a fast first half, even for high school standards where you only have 8-minute quarters.
Yeah, and I think it was even less. We had all the senior night festivities. When I looked down, it was 7:08, so I think we're under a half hour for the first half.
You're right.
And you could tell, I mean, both coaches, I think it speaks to the trust that they have in their teams. You know, obviously, Coach Roberts, they got down a little bit to begin with, and he didn't panic, which we've seen throughout the season. He let it play out. They ended up taking the lead, and then Snow Canyon with a couple of huge plays right there to end the first half with the Owen Mackey reverse lob and another bucket to take the 4-point lead. It's going to settle down a little bit, I believe, but I think both teams are content, you know, to keep the pace a little bit quicker and, you know, play in transition and find some open shooters, get the big guys running the floor. But definitely the storyline is defense and turnovers for both coaches in the locker room. That's what they're talking about, taking care of the ball, and then what are we going to do to limit the other team offensively, Warriors, this first half.
So hanging out here at the Jungle, halftime 22-18. 7 for Mackey. Murdoch hit a 3. Will Warner has 6. Cy Meacham 2. Meacham had a couple good looks at 3 that spun out or rimmed out. It was unbelievable that a couple of those shots weren't falling. And yet you could say,
it's easy for us to just be up here and call the game, but there's a lot of nerves in a game like this where the crowd's rowdy. You got senior night for the Warriors. That's always a coach's worst nightmare. How's your team going to respond? And the Warriors responded great. But expect us to maybe see the Warriors and the Flyers kind of regain their composure and return to normal to start the second half here.
Welcome in over, Matt telling us over 300 and more viewers logging on as we speak. So huge viewing audience. And you look at this crowd tonight, Coach, there's not a seat open. Everybody, the whole wraparound track at the top level is packed.
It's for sure the show in town tonight. Parking on the streets. And this is what we love about Region 10, this type of environment, that you get to play in this on a Wednesday night, right? That you get to come here, have this type of excitement. Student sections are obviously fantastic, so I expect it to get loud in here the second half. Be very, very surprised if this lead reaches double digits for either squad. I expect us to be within a couple possession game the rest of the second half.
Flyers again led by Kyle Lemke. He had 10. 5 for Roberts, 3 for Southwick, but Brecken Robinson didn't score in that first half. Tried to get him on track. Carter had opportunities. He was breaking down the defense, but he didn't take any shots, not one shot. And I bet he could have took 3 or 4 shots at minimum in that first half. Maybe something where he's trying to just get dimes and be unselfish, but I think Grant Carter could have had some easy mid-range J's that could have possibly maybe had Dixie tied or up at the half.
Yeah, and they're capable scorers on that Flyer side. So in the locker room, you're definitely telling guys, if you're open, shoot it, right? If you can get to the hole, take it. Let's not pass up a good shot and force something and possibly end up in a turnover. Let's take the shots that are open and let's knock them down. And obviously Brecken Robinson's capable of that, John Southwick, Grant Carter. So expect to see a few of those guys to get in the scorebook here in the third quarter.
Do have a couple Nets on Fire score updates for you. Let's check in on the other teams. Right now it is 15-11. Pineview is ahead of Cedar. That was at the end of the first quarter. Cedar won a close one at home against Pineview, but now they got to try to win at the pit to get the season sweep. And then 16-14 is our score. Crimson up just 2 over Hurricane at home. Tigers trying to find their first region win. They're 0-8 going into that game tonight. And Crimson's on upset alert at the half.
Yeah, that's one of your proverbial...
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, and I remember last time they played, they mentioned there were a lot of fouls, right? So maybe it's kind of the same situation there where, the game's maybe a little dirty, not in a bad way, but meaning not a lot of rhythm can get going. It's choppy, maybe there's a lot of whistles. So interested to see how that one plays out over at Crimson.
What do we got going on here? We got a little trophy, track and field. They got the state championship hardware. We're coming up on track and field season, so looks like we've got some of the Snow Canyon Warriors track and field team down there. And little holding up the state championship in the 4A classification. Owen Mackey helped out in that, by the way. He won the high jump, and from what I understand, he'd never high jumped, and he just turns out for track and wins state.
I think he probably went to 2 or 3 events, qualified for state, walked into BYU's track, brought home some hardware, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if it was the region or the state, but he was playing for Ignited, our club team up at Nets on Fire, and he actually met us down in California because he had just claimed either the region or state title for high jump.
No question about it. We've got that dunk. We don't have it for our audience, but I'm rewatching the dunk now, and that how do you describe it on radio, Coach?
you can't. Perfect play drawn by Coach Meacham. Great screen by Cy Meacham. Great pass by Will Warner, and then obviously the reverse flush by Owen Mackey. definitely, I mean, we got to get that up to KSL, ESPN. Let's get that one blown up as best we can.
Yeah, I mean, that is sensational stuff. We'll get that on our social media here. And let's take another time out inside our Rally Stop halftime show. Stats brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. Appreciate if you're looking to chart your financial future, gunning for retirement, Adams Wealth Advisors standing by to help you navigate the finance world and get you ready to retire. But no matter what your goals are, Adams Wealth Advisors standing by. Check out the website, contact them and get a consultation today. Lemke with 10. He had a two-hand slam. Mackey leading the Warriors with 7. He had that wicked alley-oop reverse slam, and both teams are now back on the court. About 3 minutes from the second half tip-off. So what we'll do is we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll talk second half adjustments and get you the action. At the break, 22-18, Warriors at home leading the Flyers by 4 on the Wilkinson scoreboard in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time
with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
What about you?
The fan.
Go to healthychildren.org/phone-ready quiz today. Just 10 short questions can help you find out. That's healthychildren.org/phone-ready quiz.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Jungle. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters. This has been the Rally Stop halftime show. Appreciate Adams Wealth Advisors for the statistics. Turnovers, Flyers had 6. Warriors ended up with, I believe it was 4. So both teams in the first meeting, there was a total of 14. Right now, by my count, a total of 10. So both teams against each other head-to-head this year, keeping the turnovers down. We'll see who can limit the turnovers in the second half. What other adjustments do you think the coaches are going to make going into the second half?
Yeah, I think if I'm Snow Canyon, I'm trying to blow this 4-point lead up as much as I can. They found out the hard way that a 7-point lead heading into the fourth quarter wasn't enough last time. And on the flip side, exact opposite for Coach Roberts. I'm trying to get this lead back as quickly as I can and try to get the Warriors on their heels and maybe hit that panic button, you know, here to end the third quarter. And have some momentum going into the fourth.
So Warriors basketball, second half play-by-play brought to you by Jason Baum, Equity Home Loans. Turnaround Jay Mackey got it. He's got 9, just like that. Mackey comes out and scores the bucket.
Yeah, really good defense again by John Southwick, but just the elevation, you know, sets Owen Mackey apart from a lot of guys in the state at all classifications.
Here comes dump down to Lemke. Nice little pump fake, just kind of froze the defender, then scores it.
Yeah, avoided the charge, under control, good move by Kyle right there.
So both teams trading buckets. Meacham from the volleyball line, or just inside it, missed that triple. Here comes Carter. Carter spins away from traffic, whips it to Robinson. Pump fake, lob it down low. Lemke, baby, left hand scores it.
Nice. That was a great pass by Brecken Robinson. Kyle using that left hand. Smooth move right there.
14, a game high for Mr. Lemke. I see you down there, Kyle. Got the Drew Timmy stash going tonight. Just needs the headband to look more like Drew Timmy. Speaking of which, college basketball, Utah Tech is going to tip off here in 10 minutes. That'll be over on the Fan against Seattle University tonight. Shot from outside won't go. One and done as Lemke grabs the rebound. Seattle U's got a 4-game losing streak going into that game. And, of course, Utah Tech coming off the big rivalry win against SUU last Saturday at home.
Yeah, fantastic game.
Crowd was rocking.
Yeah, big stretch for the Trailblazers here to see if they can get some big-time wins to end the season, hopefully get into that tournament.
Of course, the big news, if you haven't heard, Utah Jazz involved in a 3-way trade with the Timberwolves and the Lakers. Inside Lemke and one. Lemke with the just big old muscles, getting his all the way.
Another great move right there by Kyle. He's moving quickly off the catch. Last possession we saw the lefty hook. This time we saw the righty hook. Kyle showing us a little bit of everything, showing us how deep his bag is right now.
Yeah. He's reaching into the cookie bag. Chips Ahoy's, Oreos, all kinds of cookies.
Must have been watching some of those Kareem highlights that we saw last night.
It was a good moment. I thought Kareem was classy last night.
For sure.
The very end, LeBron's slip-up kind of left me second-guessing that a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
With the world watching, probably not the best choice of words, but if anybody can get away with it, I guess, is LeBron James.
LeBron.
Hamlin, triple. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Roberts behind the back at half court. Slows it down. Whips it to Southwick. Southwick to the middle of the key. Jump stop. Kick out to the corner to Carter. He's blocked by Luke Hamlin. Right to Meacham. Here come the Warriors. Cy will flip it to Luke. Under 5 minutes to play here, third quarter. 24-24. We were tied up. Flyers down 4 at the half. They've quickly erased that in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds of third quarter action. Little weave, Mackey catch and shoot and hit. What can't he do? Mackey's got 12, a U First Credit Union 3-ball.
Yeah, I think that's his first tonight. He had a few early on, but that's a scary sight for the Flyers. We definitely, if you're a Flyer fan, you don't want to see Owen Mackey heating up here in the third quarter.
Tipped and stolen away. Mackey outlet to Hamlin. Hamlin kick it to the corner to Warner. Warner pump fake on the 3, goes back to Hamlin. Hamlin will take a triple. That's too strong, but it was right on line, and the crowd was ready to erupt. Now they got numbers. Hamlin hit the deck. Roberts to Robinson. He'll take a deep 3, and that won't fall, but a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, that I thought from our angle, Luke Hamlin's 3 looked like it was a money ball, and you're right. This place would have erupted if that would have went back-to-back threes for the Warriors.
They call the foul on the Warriors. Levitt hit the deck at the end. He thought he was fouled.
Yeah, him and Kyle, they've been fighting all night down there on the low block and on the offensive boards, defensive boards.
Lemke's got 16 to lead the Flyers. See if they go into him here. With Levitt out, Campbell is back in. Levitt's got just 2 fouls, but they're going to give him a quick breather.
Yeah, and you really think this is where we're going to see Kyle establish on the block and then make plays out of it, whether it's scoring or passing.
They go down to him, and he scores it.
There he goes. The help from Cy was just a little late, and Carter Campbell's doing his best, but he's got a full load with Kyle Lemke.
Warriors still lead by 1, 27-26 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Appreciate our great sponsors tonight, including Fabulous Freddy's. We haven't had a lot of free throws to speak of tonight, just 2 in this game. And a whistle and a foul, and 3 shots coming. I believe he was behind the line, and Mackey fouled by Southwick. Southwick is dizzy. Did you see him almost fall?
Yeah, I don't know if he got caught an elbow or a knee. maybe after that foul. And, yeah,
he was wobbly. Yeah, he was definitely wobbly there. He got a hit to the head somehow. Maybe when Mackey was coming down.
Yeah, maybe we were blocked by the bench. They all kind of stood up to celebrate the three, and we got blocked from what actually happened there.
So they'll attend to Southwick, who has got Warrior trainer. I think that's DeJuan Shakespeare. Taking a look. I love that. You get the home team with providing the training staff tonight. And so he is over there to take a look at the jaw area of Southwick. Now the officials are conferring behind Owen Mackey, who is ready to shoot free throws at the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Hey, they got a promotion coming up with the Parade of Homes. You stop in, you show your parade ticket, you fuel up with gas, and you get a free car wash. So if you're going out to see the Parade of Homes, you're probably going to need some gas, and you get a free car
You'll
wash.
be driving all over town.
Mackey free throw, got it. Mackey, 13 now on the night. Averaging over 24 a game. And that one does not get the friendly bounce the second time off the rim. No good.
If you remember the first matchup, you know, Owen had a couple misses from the free throw line, but I'm sure still in his memory trying to erase those here, and he missed the third one as well.
Mackey, 83 out of 111, so he was a 75% free throw shooter, but he misses 2 of 3. Roberts with a ridiculous wraparound pass to the corner, now straight up top, over to Carter. Carter drives the lane. Left hand trying to leave it for Limke, who was open.
He was.
But it was tipped out of bounds.
We might have saw another house of jump dunk right there.
Keeping an eye on the other games tonight. Of course, Utah Tech a couple minutes away from the tip. Your thoughts on that Jazz trade tonight, Casey?
Oh, give me some Russ in a Jazz jersey. He's been hated by Jazz fans for so long. I would love to see him suit up for the Jazz. I don't think it's going to happen.
They might just.
But I've always been a Russ fan. He gets way too much hate in the press and from the media. He's been such a good player for such a long time. I'd love to see him in a Jazz uniform for a couple games anyway.
Limke is on a mission tonight. More points in the paint for the big man. Nice drop step to the right hand.
Yeah, he's feeling comfortable there in the paint. Great footwork, nice soft touch off the glass.
Inside, Mackey answering the 2 leading candidates for region MVP. They're neck and neck. Mackey's got 15, Limke's got 20, and we've got a Cache Valley Bank timeout with 2:20 left in the third. 30-second timeout, but we'll take the break here on the Fan Sports Network and coming at you on the live stream. Stay with us. Good one, Bruin.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now You First Credit Union. See why it's getting even better here. Welcome to You First.
Your child are ready, almost ready, or not yet ready for their first phone. Go to healthychildren.org/phone ready quiz today.
You love the look of a well-manicured green lawn, but the reality is
hey, welcome back, everybody.
Summer
2:20 left in the third quarter. Warriors leading by a score of 30-28. So tight one brewing here. SC up by 2. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters with you. And Southwick has now left the bench area and might be back in the training room getting attended to after appearing to hit his head and come up very wobbly.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, Lakeland Wilden has some length. But that's big. Oh.
And one, Kyle Limke.
Well, and another fantastic dish by Jordan Roberts. Drew the help side defense. Nice little dish to Kyle for the easy bucket.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that bench area to see if he comes out. I didn't see him slip off the locker room, but when I look back down out of that timeout, I did not see him on the bench area anymore. So questionable to return for John Southwick, and old-fashioned three-point play for Kyle Limke, who's on a mission tonight. He's got 23.
They must have heard us talking about the region MVP, Owen and Kyle, because they're duking it out right now.
And the Flyers back up by 1, 31-30. Mackey shot from the baseline. That won't go. Tipped around, rebounded by Roberts, and Roberts is fouled by Christensen. That is the 4th team foul now in the third quarter for Snow Canyon.
And Kyle's doing a great job right now. keeping it simple. He's getting that ball, and he is going strong to the basket. And the Warriors are having a tough time finding an answer for him right now.
Carter, Wilden, Myers, Lemke, and Roberts in the game. Christensen, Mitchell, and inside it blocked. Mackey blocks it away from Wilden.
Yeah. Great cut by Wilden. I almost thought we've seen him throw down a few dunks, but
he's got
Owen
hops.
Mackey was there to erase it, put it in the second row.
Meacham, Warner, Christensen, Mackey, and Carter, the 5 on the court for Coach Meacham. Inside, spin move, Lemke scores again. It's like I'm on repeat right now, rinse and repeat.
He's cooking, and he wants it. His energy, he wants the ball. He wants to be the guy that puts Dixie on his back right now, and he's doing it. He's had a monster third quarter.
Minute left in the third. 33-30 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Snow Canyon trailing by their largest deficit of the night now. It's just 3 points, but that's the most they have trailed in this game. Inside Christensen, guarded by Lemke, shovels it over to Warner. And they'll reset. Mackey wants a screen. He'll take a step back 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Christensen, and a foul on a reach-in as he grabbed the rebound, and that's going to go against Wilden.
Great board by Christensen there to keep the possession alive for the Warriors. Let's see what they do here. They were in a similar situation right here at the end of the half where they had about 30 seconds left. They tried to stall it out. Let's see if they decide to stall it out or try to get a couple more possessions here.
Nearly a steal, but it'll stay at this end. Unbelievable energy in the jungle tonight. It's crazy. And we've got a tight one brewing. Will Warner to trigger it in, goes to Mackey. 31 seconds, clock starts. Late third quarter here. Flyers lead by 3. Warriors with the basketball. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Matt Hamlin producing the video stream tonight. Connor Collins back in the Finley Hyundai studios on the radio side. CC just tweeted that ridiculous Mackey dunk, and I just retweeted it. So if you want to go watch that, you can find it. Mackey with 4, corner 3, Murdoch, go! Ice water running through the veins.
Murdoch, the lefty. Deep corner too, tough corner 3 right there by Carter Murdoch.
His second You First Credit Union 3, and that'll end the quarter. We'll take a 45-second timeout. We're knotted up. We haven't settled anything. Warriors, Flyers, deadlocked on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Stay with us.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
A call or come by today. We're going to keep it the American way.
Wow, so this is the dream house you've been telling me about with the 2 master bathrooms. Where'd you find out about it?
LivingStGeorge.com, the one I've been telling you about all week. They have every local house for sale, backed up by pros that live and work right here in our neighborhoods. So I saw this home.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here it is.
LivingStGeorge.com referred me to an agent
in the
made sure we
jungle
paid a fair price.
as the Flyers have the opening possession. Dixie working left to the right. Both student body sections chanting back and forth. We are deadlocked 33 apiece. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, and Mr. Kyle Lemke going to work on Bear Levin. He scores another one. He's got 27, and a lot of it coming in the low block, Casey.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Snow Canyon, you've got to mix it up. Maybe bring backside help, double from the passer. We know Kyle can score on the block. Let's make someone else do something here for the Flyers if I'm the Warriors.
He's got 27 of their 35. He's got all but 8 points for Dixie tonight. Making a strong case for MVP. Mackey's got 15. The other leading MVP candidate in Region 10. Levitt's going to take a triple and hit a triple. Warriors, the 3.
Big hit by Bear Levitt. Big hit right there. Give the Warriors the lead. Looked like we had a double foul. Grant Carter and Owen Mackey on the rebound there.
Mackey's first, so he's not in any foul trouble. I think it's Carter's first, too. Oh, it's his second.
Yeah, I think they did count the bucket there.
Yep, he said it was good. So post shot going in. So the triple from Levitt from straight away. Another U First Credit Union three-pointer. See U First for all your banking needs on their Bluff Street location. Roberts, yo-yo dribble, stops. Over the top pass to the corner to Robinson, and
there
nothing but the bottom,
there
Mr. Robinson. A cuckoo chew.
And good for Brecken just to keep shooting. Great job by Coach Roberts there, drawing up a set to get him a wide open look in the corner.
Much needed bucket to get Brecken going. Robinson, Coach's grandfather, Ken Robinson, was a longtime Flyer coach. His dad is on staff with Coach Tyler Roberts. Comes Dixie basketball in the bloodlines for Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Meacham, mid-range pull-up J at the free throw line, knocked it down, Cy Meacham.
Big bucket for Cy. We just mentioned the same thing about Brecken. That's a good sign for the Warriors. Maybe Cy can have a couple big buckets here in the fourth quarter.
And you kind of felt like somebody like a Cy had to be a second or third scoring option for Snow Canyon tonight. Maybe that bucket will get him going. Meacham's 2 buckets, 4 points tonight, and a whistle and foul defensively called on Snow Canyon. That foul the crowd doesn't like as they call it on Carter Murdoch.
Yeah, Carter was just hustling after a ball. I think he got underneath the legs of the Dixie player, and good call by the officials. Got a good crew here tonight.
Officiating has been good. Roberts over to Myers. Myers, a junior. Just one of those guys that's fought his way into the rotation. Lob it high to Limke. Here comes the help, but it's too late. Bucket's good. No. Offensive foul. Offensive foul on Limke. They say he pushed off.
Yeah, Bear Levitt might have sold that one a little bit, but to his credit, he's trying something different.
2 on Limke, and we're tied at 38 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see, as this clock winds down. Cy with a deep 3, Cash from deep, Cy Meacham.
.5:30 to go. Meacham has given the Warriors a 3-point lead. Inside Limke. A foul or jump ball? They're going to say a foul. Outside official calls foul. And Coach Meacham wants an explanation. This game is intense, Casey.
Yeah, both coaches want it. Very animated coaches, both on the Snow Canyon side with Coach Meacham, Coach Roberts. They know what this game means. They know this is a big game. Definitely some leftover from the state championship last year. And the environment here is just going to keep getting louder and louder these last 5.5 minutes.
Free throw no good, if you couldn't tell by the applause from the student section. Warrior Nation coming out in the masses tonight. Limke for another one. Missed it. Empty set for Dixie. Warriors lead by 3. Limke still has 27, though, of the Flyers' 38 points.
Yeah, let's see what the Warriors drop here. Let's see if they can extend this lead, get it to a 2-possession game, and then let's see if they start milking a little bit of clock without the shot clock being here.
Mackey fouled by Grant Carter. That crossover, and he goes to the baseline. He makes it look so silky smooth.
Yeah.
He's always under control.
Yep, moves really well. Really good composure.
They go into Mackey. High catch quickly to Meach. Over to Will. Back to Meach. Warriors good ball movement, but no shot available. Under 5 minutes to play. Mackey from deep. In and out, no good.
Rattled in and out. That would have blown the top off this place, Dev.
Ahead to Roberts. Jordy. Back out top to Carter. 4:45 and ticking. Carter flip it to the corner to Robinson. Robinson mid-range J too strong, and the rebound saved by Carter Murdoch. Right to Lemke. Bear Levitt though takes it away. Still loose.
I think we got a kickball. So it's going to stay with the Flyers here. A little baseline out of bounds play. Coach Roberts is going to take a timeout, draw something up, maybe get a quick bucket here on the out of bounds play.
All right, so timeout brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. More fourth quarter action presented by Boulevard after this full timeout on the Fan Sports Network. Stay with us. 41-38. Warriors lead by 3 over Dixie High.
Wow. So this is the dream house you've been telling me about with the
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
See Hearst first this month for great deals on red hot buys at Hearst Ace Hardware. Make sure and get an Ace Rewards card for savings around the house, the yard, or the job site. Stop by Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared.
Check 3. Visit WCWCD.org for simple ways you can save.
Hey, folks, welcome to February in Southern.
All right, welcome back to the Jungle, and officials have not started play again yet. 2 of them are talking to Coach Roberts. Casey, what's going on down there?
I think they want maybe verification from the trainer that John Southwick is good to play. He's checked back into the game. It looks like they got it figured out. But I just want, with those head injuries, you're always very, very cautious on getting someone back into play.
Yeah, so they have cleared him, and he's back in. And a little runner won't go, but there's Mr. Lemke to put back.
And one. Floater by J-Rob. Kyle cleaned up the mess with a little bit of harm along the way.
Lemke's got 29, a game high. He's a man on a mission. He's looking for point number 30 from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. And this would tie the game. And it's good. We are knotted at 41 up on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Hang on tight. Here we go.
Inspired effort by Kyle Lemke. He's screaming at his teammates right now, let's get a stop, let's get a stop.
And Mackey has been stuck with 15 points since about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. He hasn't scored in quite some time. It might be OMAC time.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like he's moving down to the low block right now.
Levitt drives, left-hand lane.
Oh!
What a shot! A little English and it goes, and the harm comes, and a chance for a three-point play by Mr. Bear Levitt.
Great left-handed drive by Bear. Finished over contesting Kyle Lemke. Big bucket by Bear Levitt. And he had that 3 just a minute ago. Bear's definitely leaving his impact on this game.
43-41. Bear Levitt to the free throw line for one more. And no good. Rebound Lemke. He's got to have a double-double by now, too, to go along with those.
For sure.
He's got at least 10 rebounds after that one. Roberts on a low crossover dribble, now puts it on a bounce, drives down the right side of the lane, curls around baseline, lobs it high out to Lemke. He'll flip it back to Roberts, who will go right to the middle, kick to Robinson. He'll take the 3 and hit the 3. Nothing but the bottom, Brecken Robinson.
Brecken.
Timeout Dixie. They want to talk it over. They're back up by 1. Back and forth we go.
2 huge buckets. We just talked about Bear Levitt, Brecken Robinson with 2 big 3s for the Dixie Flyers.
30-second Cache Valley Bank will keep it right here. Both teams I've noticed tonight, Coach, and I'm sure you've noted this as well, they're really playing unselfish. They're sharing the ball.
They are, and I think that's been an attribute of both these teams throughout the season. Interesting, Owen Mackey was guarding Kyle Lemke that last possession. So let's see if that was just a switch, or let's see if that stays true right there. Maybe he can provide a little bit of resistance with his length and jumping ability.
Got a couple Nets on Fire score updates. Building champions on and off the court. Coach, what's going on up at Nets on Fire? A lot of games every weekend.
Yeah, we got 30, 40 games every week with our 5th through 8th graders. Been fantastic. A lot of talent coming up through Region 10, back to Region 9 next year.
Pineview leads Cedar 45-38 late in the third quarter, and Crimson is now doubling up Hurricane. They're starting to impose their will. They're up 42-21.
And Crimson's been probably the best second-half team in the region, so no surprise there.
Flyers lead here by 1. Certainly our Boulevard home. Game of the night, Mackey trying to give the Warriors the lead back, and oh yeah.
There he is, that mid-range jumper, silky smooth.
Oh yeah, nothing but the bottom.
Yeah, we got Owen on Kyle Lemke again. So let's see what Kyle does here with Owen Mackey guarding him in the post.
Mackey has just 1 foul. Levitt has 3, so probably why you're seeing that adjustment. Lob it in, ball batted around. Mackey says my ball, grabs the rebound off of a mishandled high pass. Meacham will catch and shoot in the corner, short, rebound Southwick. How's Southwick look? Looks fine, doesn't he?
Yeah, out there playing hard.
Good to see him return. He definitely had to get checked out for a while before returning to this game. Roberts, hard drive, hanging, blocked by Will Warner. Ball loose in the corner. It'll stay with the Flyers. I think it went off Bear Levitt's leg
great
last.
hustle by John Southwick to get it that touched off Bear Levitt.
Good call by the official. That's what I saw too. Flyers will trigger right in front of their own bench. It'll be Roberts. Warriors lead 45-44. We're down to 2:34 left in regulation. And we got a timeout on the court. We're hoping for the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert tonight, over 55 points. And everybody wins on a Wednesday night. On your way home, you can head over to the St. George Yogurt Land, get 5 ounces free yogurt. You know, might be within reach because we've got Snow Canyon with 8 fouls. So closing in on the bonus there. And we'll be in a 1-and-1 situation with the next foul by Dixie. They have 6 team fouls right now.
Yeah.
Coming up, our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We'll hand out our Jersey Mike sub of the game, our Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game, our Hearst Ace Hardware players of the game, and our Playmaker play of the game brought to you by AWP. Love our local partners, and it's going to be some tough choices tonight.
Yeah, and we maybe haven't even seen it yet, right, Dev? A 2:34, a 1-point game. There's still some big plays to be had in this one here at the Jungle.
Obviously, Lemke with 30 tonight. Definitely got a strong case if Dixie wins it to be our Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game. But gosh, if Mackey hits a couple threes here and Warriors win it, it could flip it just like that. Warriors have the 1-point lead as we stand. 2:30 and ticking left on the fourth quarter clock. Flyers basketball.
And I think we're going to see this game slow down these last 2 minutes. You see Dixie going to their old spread offense here without a shot clock.
And shot goes, no, won't go. Rebound, Levitt saves it to meet him in a foul. Wild sequence.
Yeah, tough call there. I thought Kyle Lemke probably got fouled on that putback. Refs obviously didn't see it, but yeah, now we got the Flyers, or the Warriors in the bonus shooting one-on-one. But like I was saying, Dev, I expect both these teams to kind of slow it down these last 2 minutes, get their best offensive sets ready to go, their best defensive sets ready to go, possessions ready to go, and let's see who can make some plays.
Uh-oh. No good on that shot attempt from the line. Here comes Dixie, still trailing 45-44. Under 2 minutes now to play in this final quarter, barring overtime. Southwick, Robinson, Carter, Lemke, and Roberts on the court for Dixie High. Into Southwick, kick it back out. Carter will take the three and hit the three.
Timely three by Grant Carter.
Straight away, lefty drains it. Meacham wants a timeout. Another U-First Credit Union three. Dixie's up 47-45. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 45-second break. Don't want to miss a thing. We're in crunch time, baby. 2-point lead for Dixie behind that three by Grant Carter. Back at it here on the Fan Sports Network and St. George News Radio after this time.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
See Hearst first this month for great deals on red hot buys at Hearst Ace Hardware. Make sure and get an Ace Rewards card for savings around the house, the yard, or the job site. Stop by Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
On furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
We are now 1:30 and ticking left in this game, 47-45. Flyers have the 2-point lead on the road. They're trying to stay undefeated. Carter nearly had a steal. Warner has a step on the defender now, and mid-range Jay, nothing but the bottom. Will Warner.
Smooth. Great job taking it as far as he could without Kyle Lemke getting the block. Big shot by Will Warner.
How about that 3 by Grant Carter moments ago? I just checked the stats. He was 9 of 49 from the three-point line this year, just below 20%, and he knocked that down like he was shooting 70% this season.
Did not hesitate. We could see a last possession here from Dixie with no shot clock, 50 seconds on the clock. I don't expect Dixie to rush anything here.
So Warner has tied it up. We're knotted at 47 apiece on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. We might get some bonus basketball. Dixie, you're right, Coach. They look like they're content to hold for the last shot, go for the win on the road, and try to stay perfect in region. Uh-oh, turnover, Southwick to Roberts. It goes off Roberts' hands. He wasn't ready for it.
And you hear people talk about it all the time. When you stall, I don't know what the statistic is, but it seems like you turn it over because you're trying to be so cautious. And that's exactly what happened there. Will Warner jumped the passing lane, didn't hit the ball, but then it ricocheted off Jordan Roberts out of bounds. So now, if I'm Coach Meacham, what am I going to do? Are we going to wait for the last possession here?
I think so.
I agree.
I think so. I think you got a gift right there. I think you take the last shot at home. And you know, they're going to throw the sink at Mackey. You might get an open look for Will Warner like we just saw with a big bucket, or even a Cy Meacham. Maybe they slip something down low to Levitt. We'll see what Coach Meacham wants to draw up.
And we've seen Coach Roberts, maybe he drops into that matchup zone, you know, maybe throws a little wrinkle at the Warriors here on the defensive end.
Glad you're watching or listening tonight on St. George News Radio, part of our Fan Sports Network family of stations, 93.1, 1450 AM, or if you're watching on thefansportsnetwork.com. We welcome you in. We're streaming 3 more high school games on Friday. Our Bucks Ace Hardware look ahead to Friday. We got 3 more games all on thefansportsnetwork.com. So you'll be able to watch any of the games on Friday. And the hunt for the postseason, which will be at the Spectrum at Utah State, is underway. Everybody's jockeying for seeding in the RPI. February 23rd, first games will be played up there in Cache Valley. Go up and get some cheese, baby.
That's right.
20 seconds now. Warriors. Cy Meacham on a waist-side dribble now. Roberts attacks and fouls. He didn't acted like he didn't want that because now free throws are coming. And he didn't want a foul there. I don't think Roberts was trying to get one.
I think he was just trying to jump him out. That's a tough one, whether he did or he didn't. I mean, you can't foul there. Maybe a little ticky-tack. I think the only benefit there is Coach Roberts gets the ball back with plenty of time versus, you know, only having a second or two. Now he's got 17 seconds to bring it back. So big free throws for Cy Meacham coming up.
You know, timeout. Coach Roberts took a timeout. He was like, I can't believe he called the foul there. It's probably what he summarized and said.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, now both teams go on the whiteboard. We're going to keep it right here. It is another full timeout. Gives us a chance to thank Boulevard Home, our title sponsor of Hoops on the Network all season long. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get that big score dessert. We might need overtime to get it, though.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get there tonight, Dale. I mean, Cy's a pretty good free throw shooter, so we'll see how this one plays out. But going to be an exciting 18 seconds here to finish it up. We got a possession on the free throw line, and then let's see what Dixie has coming back the other way to potentially tie or win the game.
Into the third quarter, Nets on fire, score update, 49-42, Pineview leads over Cedar. So that one's within reach for both teams there going to the fourth quarter. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, Pineview's played great basketball the second half of region. They're off to a rough start, but they've turned it around a little bit.
Jazz are in action tonight after the blockbuster trade, and they are getting beat by Minnesota 92-73 right now.
Just a little inside tip on that. The Jazz, Danny Ainge and Ryan Smith have not come down to watch this game, which means they're probably still up doing business.
Meacham hits the free throw. You can hear the crowd's reaction. One more for Meacham. Warriors lead 48-47. Meacham looking for point number 9. He got it.
Got it. 2 big free throws by Cy Meacham. Got another timeout coming. This is what we expected, Dev. It's going to come down to the last possession. Let's see what Dixie here does to tie or win here in the jungle.
Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here for the finish. There's 17.8 seconds left. Snow Canyon now has a 2-point lead. 2 big free throws from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line by Cy Meacham. He's got 9. Bear Levitt has 7. Will Warner chipped in 8. Mackey leads the Warriors. He's got 17 tonight. Carter Murdoch's got 6. 2 big threes. One in the first half, one in the corner pocket to beat the buzzer at the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then Lemke putting on a show tonight. He's got a game-high 30 to pace the Flyers.
Yeah, really balanced scoring by the Warriors. Obviously, Lemke is having an amazing night. And for Coach Roberts here, 17, almost 18 seconds. The playbook's wide open, right? That's plenty of time to run whatever set you want. And let's see what Coach Meacham does. Does he maybe come out in the zone? Is he going to switch all the screens? What's he going to do to throw off the rhythm of the Dixie Flyers?
Can the Flyers go to 9-0 in region? They're trying to get to 19-2 on the season. Warriors trying to win their 15th game and go to 8-2 in region. We'll see. Flyers down by 2. Here we go. Weave to Carter. Off a screen, Carter with 7, all the way to the left-hand scoop shot, Grant Carter! Grant Carter scores it, and it's almost stolen away. We got a timeout taken by Coach Meacham with 3 seconds left. There's still time for the Warriors here, but we are tied at 49 apiece.
Great move by Grant Carter. We saw this same thing in the Desert Hills game. Let him get downhill to his left hand. That is very, very tough to stop. Grant Carter really stepping up big for the Flyers here.
Meacham was calling for the timeout. They actually allowed the inbound. Roberts nearly had the steal, and then when the ball was still loose, basically, the whistles came and they finally realized. It's so loud in here, I don't think the officials could hear Meacham yelling for the timeout.
Yeah, and so it looks like...
Will they put time back on the clock?
I think there's about 3 left. It's going to be interesting here. If you're Dixie, 3 seconds is a lot of time for a Cy Meacham, a Will Warner, and Owen Mackey to get up the court. You can't foul because you're in the bonus. This has to be your best 3 seconds of defense of the night. And then if you're the Warriors, man, 3 seconds is an eternity. Get a long pass, maybe a couple dribbles for a shot or a couple passes for a shot.
So they're going to add 8
ticks. Yeah, you can almost go length of the court in 4 seconds. So plenty of time right here for the Warriors.
3.8, so they do kind of take away that inbound pass, grant the timeout. It felt like longer than that, but that's probably about right.
And it looks like they're sending that, or they're giving it to him on the sideline. So they gave it to him after they had regained possession.
And that's what Coach Roberts is saying. It should be inbounding down low if you're going to give the timeout on a dead after the basket was made.
Which I think what Coach Meacham was arguing for, we got Kyle Lemke back protecting the basket. And it looks like they are going to give it to him on the side. Maybe we got a little receiver, Will Warner, coming in here.
They go to Mackey. Mackey with 3. Mackey with 2. It stays with the Warriors. It's knocked out of bounds. There's now 1.5 left on the clock. They burned over half the time they had. But now they are into their side of the court.
Great defense by Damon Myers right there just to get in front of Owen Mackey. Now this is dangerous because this could be a lob. This could be a lob to Owen Mackey.
They go in a high. Mackey from the volleyball line. Good if it goes. Dixie and Snow Canyon have not settled anything. We do have bonus basketball.
You called it, Dev. You called it.
I felt it, man.
Oh, man. There for a second, I thought that was cash from the volleyball line to win it for Owen Mackey. We've seen him hit game winners in here before.
All right, 30-second timeout, overtime when we come back on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We're tied up, 49-49 from the Jungle.
Do you love living in Washington County? We do too. Show you care about
asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop.
So this is not the only close game going tonight. Pineview is back on top by 2, 61-59. That one's tight. This one's going to overtime.
I'm sweating, Dev. It's hot in here.
There's a lot of people packed.
Oh, man.
I mean, standing room only here. Student sections have not sat down all night. It's electric here at the Jungle. Nobody really in foul trouble.
No, both teams in the bonus, so we will be shooting free throws. So free throws could be a huge factor here as we finish here in OT.
Tied at 49. Lemke had 30 in regulation, Mackey 17, but he had that 3. If he would have made it, they would have won it, but he missed it. So bonus basketball, just a 4-minute overtime session.
And even Kyle Lemke, we haven't seen him score for a while. Grant Carter kind of took over for the Flyers there. Let's see if we can get Grant and Kyle back going for the Flyers.
And it'll stay with Dixie. 19 seconds into overtime.
Now, Will Warner is a blur out there. He almost had that steal. He almost had a couple earlier. Those passing lanes, he covers ground so quickly.
OT. Let's go, baby. 49 up. Inside, score it. No, take away.
Yeah, J-Rob, great drive, but just missed the layup. He had a beat on Will Warner there, but just couldn't finish the layup, so we're still tied.
Sorry, I was trying to send an overtime tweet. I know better. Warner over to Mackey. Mackey on a drive to the middle, mid-range J. Couldn't get the bounce. Levitt takes it back to Mackey. Mackey lost the handle. And it's last touch by who? Mackey, they say. I don't know.
Ooh.
I thought maybe.
It looks like they might overturn it here.
I mean, we don't have a replay working tonight, so.
Yeah, it's kind of bobbled around. I think maybe the official closest thought it hit Owen Mackey, but veteran Bruce Clark steps in and gets it right.
Good job by the officials. Mackey skips it to Meacham. Meacham whip pass to the corner. Murdoch passes on a 3. He's hit a couple of those tonight.
We got the little matchup zone here for Dixie, throwing a little wrinkle in here, switching everything, making sure they know where Owen Mackey is. We got Cy Meacham out there roaming around, looking for a wide open shot as well.
Mackey elevates over the double team as Lemke came out to help, but he scores it.
Such a tough finish. Such a tough finish.
Snow Canyon leading 51-49. Robinson in the corner. Dixie trying to tie it, maybe take the lead, but Levitt blocks it out of the hand of Southwick. Levitt, the length, the closeout, and the block, but it'll stay with the Flyers.
Yeah, great recovery right there by Bear Levitt to contest that John Southwick 3.
We're in overtime. You got swatted chance from the Warrior Nation. Handoff back to Roberts off the inbound. Whip pass back out. Carter, triple threat. Southwick, Robinson. The unselfish passing. Robinson to the middle. Whip it out to Carter. He'll take another 3. This one's short. Rebound Mackey. Ahead to Will. Will is going to score it with the right hand. Carter was chasing, but he scores it. Crowd erupts. It's deafening in the Jungle.
Yeah, a 4-point lead seems like a ton right now. Dixie needs a bucket. Coach Roberts calling a timeout to get something drawn up.
Timeout, 30 or full? Is it a full timeout?
I haven't seen him say that. Looks like a 30.
Well, regardless, let's take
full. It's a full.
We'll take a 30-second timeout. Don't want to miss anything. We're in overtime. Warriors have scored the first 4 points on the Wilkinson scoreboard in our Boulevard home. Game of the week, Warriors 53, Flyers 49.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
There's not a bad seat in the house. It's From the Bleachers with Mark Musgrave and Caden Formaster on Fox Sports Southern Utah. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 6 for Region 10 high school sports, Utah Tech athletics, NFL, NBA, MLB, and more.
Devin Dixie, Casey Winters, glad you're with us on a Wednesday night. This game has not disappointed. Dixie number 2 in the RPI this week. Snow Canyon number 4. This was the state championship at the Burns Arena matchup last February, and Snow Canyon cut down the nets. But Dixie is undefeated to this point, and now they are down 4. Flyer ball. Move it over to Roberts. Roberts looking, goes to Robinson. Lemke has definitely been quiet the last couple minutes of regulation, and now in overtime they have not got him a look. 3 from the outside. Robinson, no, got his own miss. Robinson will wrap around the baseline, kick out to J-Rob, right to the middle, whip pass to Robinson in the corner. He'll drive hard, cut off, and back to Robertson in the corner, who holds.
Great defense by the Warriors there to recover after the offensive rebound. Now they come up with a steal. Oh, hammer time. Ooh.
Up and in. Omac with the lay-in.
Nice little Euro step.
Warriors by 6. This crowd is on their feet. Carter to the middle. Kick out to Southwick. 1:10 to go. Robinson a triple. Nobody's fouled.
And he's shooting 3.
3 free throws coming for the Flyers. Warriors, though, have the cushion. Flyers have yet to score in overtime, and they'll head to the line to try to change that.
Yeah, these are 3 big free throws. I mean, cuts it to a 1-possession game. Maybe Dixie starts to foul a little bit, and then it's whoever can make free throws down the stretch here.
It's Brecken Robinson, the senior, at the line. First free throw is good. Robinson will have one more from Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. And excuse me, I said he's a senior. Brecken is only a junior.
Yeah, we're going to see the majority of this Dixie crew back.
Yep. Rims out no good on that second attempt from the stripe. Southwick will check out. Myers will check in for defensive purposes, I'm assuming. One more here for Brecken. 55-50 our score. Snow Canyon leading. Robinson got that one. And it's 55-51. Dixie will dig in defensively. Full court pressure shown. Mackey will inbound, but substitutions allowed into the game. He can run the baseline, but he goes right into Will. Will quickly ahead. Will out of control, but regains control, and now gets it to Murdoch. Warriors can burn some clock here. I think the Flyers got to go for a steal.
And they get it. Kyle Lemke.
One-on-one, pump fake over Mackey. Got it.
Got it. The big man playing some defense on the perimeter.
Lemke with the steal and the score.
And there's another one.
And Warner controls it. 55-53. Mackey kicks to the corner.
Oh, and Owen, I think he tweaked that ankle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
He definitely tweaked the ankle. He stepped on the foot.
Yeah, and I think that's the one that had obviously been injured. You don't want to see that, but I don't see him coming out of the game here.
No. He's trying to walk it off. They finally call a foul. 1-1. It's still in a bonus situation for Luke Hamlin, who heads to the line. Southwick back in for Coach Tyler Roberts. Flyers down 55-53, and the Warriors heading to the line. This is a 1-1 situation.
Yeah, big free throws here for Luke. Guarantee he's practiced these and dreamt of this situation. Let's knock him in.
Hamlin, first free throw too strong. Rebound, Carter Murdoch. And Murdoch is fouled.
Great job by Carter Murdoch, just getting in there, creating enough space to get that offensive rebound. Now he's got a chance to extend this lead from the free throw line.
Well, at least where Hama missed it, it ricocheted deep to the middle of the key.
Yeah, and that'll drive a coach crazy, the free throw line offensive rebounds.
Murdoch, fabulous for his free throw line. He misses it, but now they're into the double bonus, so he's got one more, and this is a big one to try to at least make the Flyers try to hit a three. We've got 27.3 seconds left on the overtime game clock here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's keep our eye on Owen Mackey and see how he's moving here on this defensive possession.
And Murdoch misses the second. Door is open for the Flyers. 24 seconds as Roberts is across half court.
No timeouts for the Flyers. They just got to go and make a play.
And now we got a timeout.
Oh, they did have one left.
They must have one left. One left. There's been a lot of timeouts taken, but maybe one that we thought was Dixie's that was taken by Snow Canyon.
So, Dev, this is almost identical. I think there was 17.8 seconds left in regulation when Grant Carter scored that bucket to tie. We got 18.7, Dixie down 2 again. Let's see if they go to something different or if they stick with a little bit of drive and penetration and trying to attack the rim with Grant Carter.
So we'll keep it right here. Timeout's brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We've got people hopping on to watch the finish of this one all over the state of Utah. 4A showdown here tonight. 2 top 4 teams in the RPI. Glad you're with us.
I guarantee you got some Cache Valley schools watching, maybe jotting down some notes, a few scouting report notes for when they might match up with a couple of these teams here in a few weeks.
It looks like Crimson has won. The final score 56-37 over Hurricane. So congratulations to Coach Fairborn and the Mustangs. Another key win, and they're running out of chances for Hurricane to win a region game.
Yeah, and the Mustangs are playing well right now. I had an opportunity to speak with them last night, and they're geared up, ready to go. They know the region title's out of hand for the most part. Right, but they're ready to make a run at that state title.
Update, this game over on 99.5 or 95.3. Rod Zundel calling the action. Utah Tech is down by 8, about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half out in Seattle. So Trailblazers are trailing right now. Cam Gooden already leading the way with 10. Back to live action here. Inside, Southwick missed the left-hand shot. Rebound Levitt, over to Murdoch. Hot potato back to Warner. Warner is fouled. 12 seconds on the clock. Warriors up by 2, and they're back to the free throw line.
You couldn't have asked for a better look from Coach Roberts right there. What a play design there. Had John Southwick wide open on the left side of the rim. Maybe he rushed it a little bit. He had Owen Mackey there and Bear Levitt. Tough break for the Flyers there. That easily could have tied it.
And to be noted, Southwick took a shot early in this game, returned.
Yeah, and he played the entire fourth quarter and all of overtime.
Yep. Free throw good. This one big for Will Warner. Got it.
Yep, that makes it a 4-point game. It's going to be tough here with no timeouts for the Flyers.
Roberts loses the handle. He's in trouble. Will Warner digs it up, and we've got a jump
and
ball.
And it's going to be Snow Canyon's ball. That could do it right there, Dev.
Yep. 4-point lead. Now possession, alternate possession. You got to foul quick, but now you're running out of time. Only 7.6 seconds on the clock in overtime here. Warriors can smell victory. It's so hard to go unbeaten in this region.
Well, and we talked a lot about it. We thought there were some people thought it could be done. I know a few of us said that it wouldn't be done, and obviously this was a game on everybody's calendar where if it was going to happen, tonight was probably one of the better chances.
It has been electric here at the Jungle, and the Warriors are 6.5 seconds away from beating Dixie, handing them their first loss, and this might not be the last time they meet in the season. It would not shock me to see these teams
not at all, Dev.
late in a semi or even a final. I know Ridgeline, Skyview, Layton Christian, Crimson's got something to say about it, but these two teams are good. They're ready and poised to make a run.
They are. Yep. Have a little rubber match, best of 3 in the state playoffs. I love it.
Meacham misses the first free throw. Mackey checks out. That ankle, he's still favoring a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. Hopefully it's not too terrible. Maybe a little ice and some rest. He'll be right back to normal.
And Meacham does make the second.
It's about to get crazy in here, Dev.
6.5. Roberts across half court. Stop, pop, straightaway three. No. Rebound, tipped out. Southwick grabs it. Good if it goes, doesn't go.
Oh, and here they come.
Warrior
Here
Nation.
they come.
Warrior Nation on the court. Student body streaming to midcourt. Warriors on their senior night have won it by a final of 58-53.
What a game, Dev. What a game. Big plays on both sides. Warriors just happen to make a couple more plays, and they're coming out victorious. This one's got to feel good.
Final in overtime, 58-53. What a job by Coach Meacham. What a job by the crowd. And Dixie had their chances, Coach. They really had their chances.
They did. They did, yeah. I mean, what could have been, especially on that out-of-bounds play right there, that easily could have tied it. And then the ball's back in Snow Canyon hands. We very well could have been in double overtime right now, but the unexpected happened, and the Warriors pulled it off.
If there was ever a team built to go undefeated, it was this Dixie team. But again, it just goes to the depth. The top of this region is so tough. It's hard to win on the road in these crosstown rivalries, and we saw it here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was exactly what we thought it would be. Great game, came down to the finish. You called the overtime. It couldn't be a better setup for the rest of the region season and into the playoffs. I think this is going to propel, obviously, Snow Canyon. Dixie's going to get back to the drawing board. This is going to give them a little extra fire and motivation, and it's going to be an outstanding finish to the region season here.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back, and we'll clean it all up for you, just like Dr. Cody at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry cleans your kids' teeth with all your dental needs. 2-minute timeout, back with stats, results, thoughts, scores from around the region, look ahead to the schedule, and awards. We got a bunch of awards to hand out. And again, the final on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Warriors win at 58-53 over the Flyers. We'll be back on the Fan Sports Network.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit HolbrookAsphalt.com to discover more.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Show, Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Dr. Cody and the staff have you covered with all your kids' dental needs. New patient special, always in effect. Exam, cleaning, the x-rays, all of it for one low price is $79, 656-0511, Southern Utah, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry locations. So your winners tonight, right out of the gate, here in this one in overtime, 58-53. Snow Canyon has handed Dixie their first loss. Crimson, they at home beat Hurricane tonight. And then it was, of course, a close one at the pit tonight. 1-point win for Pineview. So Pineview beats
big game
Cedar
for Nash
64-63, right?
Nash Schroeder had 25. Ty Bronson coming back from injury for Cedar. 22 in the loss for the Reds. Good game over there in the pit tonight.
Those are your updates and final scores brought to you by Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Check out everything going on at netsonfire.org. Put a bow on this one, and as we start to break it down, we'll start to hand out some awards. We'll get you all the Adams Wealth Advisor statistics, but truly fun to watch the matchup within the matchup. The two leading candidates for the region MVP, and Owen Mackey and Kyle Lemke, go toe-to-toe in this one tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both of them.
And take nothing away from Jordan Eaton or Nash Schroeder or Lincoln
no,
Holmes.
not at all.
But
Not
those
at all.
two are the leading candidates.
But I think consistency for sure. Obviously, these two are right at the top. And I think they're who we had, in the preseason, the top vote getters. But monster performance from Kyle Lemke, monster performance from Owen Mackey, and then you had some really awesome moments for some guys that maybe aren't always the high scorer. Grant Carter had a few big moments. Carter Murdoch, Cy Meacham with some big free throws. Will Warner with some big free throws. So awesome performance by both teams. Very easily could have gone either way. But, yeah, outstanding game to watch. Whoever was in attendance tonight did not get cheated 1 cent.
No, absolutely. I was entertained.
Absolutely.
I was entertained all night long. It was fun to have bonus basketball and expect the unexpected. I mean, I thought that if you would have put it to percentage, I thought Dixie running the table with road games tonight, at Crimson, at Desert Hills still looming. I thought it was 51% maybe that they go undefeated, 49 they don't. And the 49% prevailed in my estimation tonight because Snow Canyon has handed Dixie their first loss. It did not come without some key things to watch moving forward. Southwick got bumped, left the game for most of the third quarter, came back, played the fourth quarter in overtime. It was interesting because the opposing trainer was working on him, so he must have been good enough to get cleared by the training staff. Officials kind of held ball, made sure, hey, is he good? Are you good? Yeah. But he did come back, so that's a good sign for him. Maybe just woozy for a second, and he's fine. Certainly, you probably have to watch him closely the next couple days.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Mackey, late in that overtime period, looked like he stepped on it as it was coming down.
He was just kind of backpedaling, looking for a ball and went down.
Certainly looked like the ankle rolled.
For sure. And I talked to Owen, and he said it wasn't 100% even coming into this game. It was good enough to play on, but it wasn't 100%. You wouldn't know by the reverse lob dunks or anything like that. But hopefully he can heal up and be full strength heading into the playoffs.
So a 5-point win for Snow Canyon. It'll be interesting to see if that is good enough to move them past Ridgeline by the end of this week. And it'll be interesting to see if Dixie drops down a little bit. They split the season series head-to-head, so I don't think it'll affect too much in the RPI, but it's certainly a quality win, only the third loss of the season, so it will help Snow Canyon. I don't think it'll hurt Dixie very much.
No, and you may see a few points, move one way or the other, but at the end of the day, there's still some ball to be played. Brackets aren't coming out tomorrow, and so both teams will definitely take this for what it was worth in a win and a loss and move forward and get ready to play Friday night.
By the way, halftime score, if you want to stay with us for pregame for the next 10 minutes or so and then jump over to 99.5 or 95.3, it's halftime. Seattle University leads your Utah Tech Trailblazers by just 3, 41-38. So nice little last 4 minutes to close the half for John Judkins. So you got that whole second half. You can go home, watch it on ESPN Plus, or listen to it on the Fan Sports Network. Other WAC scores tonight, Grand Canyon 69-58, about 4 minutes to go. Looks like they are close to closing. And Utah Valley has already beaten Cal Baptist by 16. That's a huge win for the Wolverines. They're going to stay number one in the WAC standings. They're now 10-2, solo first place.
And anytime someone beats Cal Baptist, it's a win. Still don't like those guys from our Pac West days. So,
right.
Yeah, whoever's playing the Lancers, go whoever's playing the Lancers.
No question about it. Bring it back to this game. Let's start handing out some awards. Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. pretty easy tonight if you're going to name one for each team, isn't it, Coach?
Absolutely, yeah, no doubt. When we've mentioned them both, Owen Mackey for Snow Canyon, and then Kyle Lemke for the Dixie Flyers.
Congratulations. I agree. I'm right there with the same thought process. Hearst Ace Hardware, it's easy to go get a variety of products at prices that please. Heart of downtown St. George, corner of Boulevard and Bluff, and the heart of Cedar City. Always get in there with your Ace Rewards. Check out their hot buys. And lawn and garden, grass can be growing soon. Probably time for me and Casey to get out and do some yard work. We'll probably be stopping by Hearst Ace Hardware here the next week or two and loading up on all our fertilizer. And I always got to go over there and get, the water softener pellets. And I decided a long time ago it's better for my blower and my weed eater to get the pre-mixed. Because then the mix, yeah, because I always got it wrong and it would always run, and flood. I'd flood it. So yeah, thank you for carrying that, Hearst Ace Hardware. 5-point win. Let's keep the awards rolling right along. Let's go with the Playmaker Play of the Game, brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus. I'm thinking about how big that Will Warner mid-range J was.
That was huge. That was huge.
I mean, free throws kind of hit or miss down the stretch there to close it out.
Yeah, that Will where it almost got stolen. He took it, drove it just past the free throw line. He had Kyle Lemke coming out, and definitely a big-time bucket for Will Warner and the Warriors. And it had to be big to beat a couple dunks by Kyle Lemke and the reverse lob by Owen Mackey. But I agree 100% with you on that one, Dev.
Love it. Love it. Will Warner, your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game with a mid-range J. I think that gave the Warriors back a 2-point lead and kind of held off the Flyers down the stretch for the last minute or so after that. Yep. That was a big-time bucket. And you look at Will tonight and you look at the scoring, and he chipped in 12. Meacham ended up with 10. Bear Levitt had 7, but played aggressive tonight. Even though Lemke scored a lot in the low block, I love the effort from Bear Levitt.
Yeah, offensive rebounds. Had a couple big threes. Had that big and one with the left hand at the end of regulation. So great job by Bear Levitt tonight.
You look at some more individual statistics brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. Mackey led the way with 21 in the 5-point win for Snow Canyon. Nobody other than Lemke in double figures. He had 32, but Roberts had 5, Southwick just 3. Brecken Robinson ended up with 8. Carter had 5, and had Dixie won it, that Carter lay-in late might have
sealed the deal,
tied it back
sure.
up and helped get it to OT, but they couldn't finish it off. I mean, it's when you only play 4 minutes and Snow Canyon goes boom boom and they're up 4 in overtime. It feels. You said at the time it felt like a big lead.
It does, yeah. I mean, and I think the largest lead of the night was 8. And so
Warriors by 8
with no shot clock.
And I think the Flyers only led by as many as 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely when you get into those overtime situations and you're down 4, you start pressing a little bit. So that's maybe where you get out of sorts a little bit on your turnovers, some shots, things like that. The Flyers had opportunities, even right with 15 seconds left to tie it up. But credit to the Warriors for making those plays down the stretch, whether it was a steal, a free throw, an offensive rebound on the free throw line, a big 3 in the corner, whatever it may be. They got it done tonight.
All right, a couple more awards to hand out here inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters with you. Snow Canyon has won it tonight, 58-55, the final score in overtime. Defensive Play of the Game presented by Morgan Pest Control. They're also our 60 for School sponsor, so another $60 donated to Snow Canyon High School for a region win. Thank you, Morgan Pest Control. Look for the red trucks around town, and when you need residential, commercial, bug spraying, termites, pest control, choose our friends at Morgan Pest Control. Defensive Play of the Game, what resonates? What stands out for you, Coach?
There's a couple. I mean, there was the tip kind of by Will Warner there at the end of regulation when Dixie was trying to stall it out. We had the block into the second row right
by Bear
there.
Levitt?
We had one by Bear Levitt. We had one by Owen Mackey. We had Bear Levitt in the corner for the 3. I like the one by Bear Levitt there. It was late enough in the game where if John hits that 3, that could change the trajectory of the whole game.
But you didn't keep possession there, but you were able to reset, set your defense, and the Flyers I don't think scored on that possession. Let's go with the Bear Levitt block because I think he had 3 tonight.
Yeah.
And 2 were late. So Bear Levitt block, the defensive play of the game presented by Morgan Pest Control. All right, final award tonight. Our Jersey Mike sub of the game. Get it Mike's way, a sub above the rest. Jersey Mike's, multiple Southern Utah locations, open till 9 o'clock if you're still hungry. Get 2 minutes. Or tomorrow for lunch.
Probably tomorrow, yeah.
Probably tomorrow for lunch. I mean, Carter Murdoch, I think's the guy.
Yeah, I mean, and he's, I don't know how many he's won this year. It seems like he's always right there when we talk about the sub of the game. And not only the 3 that he hit in the first half, we talked about the big one he hit in the corner, but he's the one that got that big offensive rebound on the free throw line. He was diving on the floor for loose balls. Definitely very deserving. And Carter Murdoch definitely deserves it.
I think he only attempted 2 threes tonight and he hit them both. Did he take a third?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's 13 of 39 on the season, so he's right above 33%. But 2 huge ones tonight off the bench.
And it seems like they're always timely. Like he hits the big ones when the Warriors need a bucket or they're extending the lead, the buzzer's going down. So yeah, Carter Murdoch, Jersey Mike's sub of the game.
Yep, love it, love it. You move forward to our Bucks Ace Hardware look ahead, because I don't think we're going to get Coach Meacham still in the locker room with the guys. Have they broke the locker room?
Yeah, I saw it. He's taking pictures down here. I'll try to get him up here real quick.
Well, that's okay. If we can't get him, that's all right. If we can, we'll take him. If not, let's go to the upcoming schedule. Friday, we got all 3 games on the live stream for you on Friday night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to go to thefansportsnetwork.com. You'll be